In this video, I'll explain the concept of nTier architecture and why it's so useful in your business web applications. nTier architecture means an application is separated into multiple or n number of tiers. While this could refer to any number of tiers, applications are most commonly broken up into three different tiers: the presentation layer, which is what the user sees in the browser, the application layer, which holds your business logic, and the data layer, which stores the application's data. While each of these layers work together to make a single application, they also operate independent of one another. In fact, you could place each layer on different computers inside your office and the application would still operate efficiently. Let me quickly explain a few reasons why this is so important. First, this is more secure. nTier architecture lets you enforce security differently for each tier. For example, the business logic tier and the data tier may require more security than the presentation layer. nTier architecture gives you full control over security on each layer. Second, it scales well. nTier architecture lets you scale individual tiers as needed, which means your application will grow with your company. For example, you can scale up your data tier with database clustering without touching the other two tiers. Third, it's easier to maintain. Different people can manage single tiers without the risk of touching the other tiers. For example, you would want your web designer working on the presentation layer, but you wouldn't want them touching the business logic or data. And finally, nTier architecture lets you easily upgrade and modify applications. You can upgrade or enhance each individual layer separately without touching the other layers. For example, you could add additional databases to the data tier if your company expands, or you could add new business rules to their application layer if, for example, your company expands globally and needs different business rules for different countries. Or you could even add multiple presentation layers to each application, which is especially useful for mobile apps. For instance, we create 3 separate presentation layers for each web application. Each presentation layer delivers a different experience depending on the device on which it's accessed. For instance, if a user accesses this application on a smartphone, the application automatically identifies the device and displays the smartphone layer. Likewise, if the user is on a tablet, they will see the tablet layer, and if the user is on a PC, they will see the PC layer. This way we only create one app, but it looks different on each device. So to recap, nTier architecture is so important because it breaks the application up into 3 different layers which can operate independently of one another. This creates applications that are more secure, easily scalable, easily maintained, and easily enhanced. If you'd like to build nTier web applications quickly, you should check out nPower. It lets you build nTier applications that automatically look native on any mobile device, all without programming. To learn more, head over to our website at mrc-productivity.com.